Most people will never make their first million by 2027 because they keep chasing income instead of building the system that wealthy people use to turn skill, discipline, and ownership into real net worth. They think one lucky investment, one viral business idea, one perfect side hustle, or one rich connection will finally rescue them, yet the truth is that your first million usually comes from a repeatable machine that earns money, keeps money, multiplies money, and protects money long enough for compounding to do its work. The gap between where you are today and where you want to be is not only a money gap, because it is also a value gap, a focus gap, a knowledge gap, and a courage gap that only closes when you start making sharper financial decisions every single week. So in this video, I will give you 5 proven ways to build your first $1 million path by 2027, and even if you are starting with limited savings, no team, and no perfect plan, you can begin applying these principles today. The first way is to stop asking how to make money and start asking which expensive problem you can learn to solve for people who are already willing to pay for a result. Money follows value, which means small problems usually create small income, while painful problems connected to sales, taxes, operations, marketing, automation, cash flow, productivity, or customer growth can create much larger income because they directly affect profit and survival. If you are good at writing, do not position yourself as a general writer, because general skills are easy to ignore, while helping finance brands write scripts, newsletters, ads, and landing pages that generate leads is a specific outcome people can understand and pay for. If you understand numbers, do not simply say you like finance, because that sounds interesting but not valuable, while helping business owners understand pricing, tax exposure, profit margins, and cash flow immediately places you near problems that matter. The first rule is simple, because you must choose a problem where your skill, your interest, and the market's willingness to pay overlap, and that overlap becomes your value zone. The second way is to build one high-income skill before you waste another year jumping between random hustles that look exciting online but never become profitable in real life. A high-income skill is any skill that can create measurable value for another person or business, such as sales, copywriting, video editing, AI automation, digital marketing, tax advisory, financial consulting, lead generation, content strategy, website building, or business operations. The reason this matters is that you do not need a warehouse, a big staff, expensive equipment, or a perfect office to start earning from a skill, because you can learn, practice, offer, improve, and get paid while your confidence grows through evidence. For the next 90 days, your goal should not be to look successful, because looking successful is a distraction, while becoming useful enough that someone pays you for a real result is the foundation of every serious wealth journey. Send messages, create samples, offer audits, study your market, improve your pitch, collect proof, and keep refining your skill until your first dollar becomes your first $1,000, your first $5,000 month, and eventually your first $10,000 month. The third way is to turn your skill into a repeatable income system, because talent alone can make you money once, but a system is what makes income predictable enough to support long-term wealth. Many people get one client, finish one project, receive one payment, and then fall back into panic mode because they never built a process for attracting attention, converting attention into leads, turning leads into buyers, delivering results, collecting testimonials, and raising prices. If you offer video editing, you can stay trapped selling cheap labor, or you can reposition yourself as a content growth partner who helps finance creators improve retention, generate leads, and build authority, which changes the value of the same basic skill. If you offer design, you can sell a logo for a small amount, or you can sell a complete brand positioning package that helps a business look more trustworthy, attract better customers, and increase conversions. This is why your offer must be clear, because confused people do not buy, while a specific promise made to a specific audience creates trust much faster than a vague list of services. If this video is already making the millionaire path feel more practical, hit the like button so more serious people can see it, and comment million below if you want a complete roadmap showing how to choose one high-income skill and turn it into a real monthly income system. The fourth way is to move profits into assets and ownership, because income may pay your bills, but assets are what build freedom when you are not actively working every hour of the day. A person earning a large salary can still remain financially fragile if every rupee or dollar disappears into rent, food, subscriptions, gadgets, debt, and lifestyle upgrades, while a person earning less can quietly build wealth by saving aggressively, investing consistently, and buying things that grow. Your assets may include broad index funds, carefully researched stocks, real estate, a profitable business, digital products, intellectual property, software tools, content channels, or any ownership position that can increase in value or produce cash flow over time. This does not mean you should gamble, follow strangers online, or put money into investments you do not understand, because real investing requires patience, research, diversification, risk management, and the discipline to think beyond this month. The goal is to move from working for money to making money work with you, and eventually to owning assets that keep working even when your time is focused somewhere else. The fifth way is to protect your money before you try to look rich, because many people learn how to earn more but never learn how to keep, manage, and grow what they already have. You need to know your income, expenses, debt, taxes, savings rate, emergency fund, business profit, investment contributions, and monthly commitments, because what you do not track usually controls you quietly. Budgeting is not punishment, because it simply gives your money a job before emotions, advertising, comparison, and social pressure spend it for you. When your income increases, do not immediately upgrade your lifestyle just to prove you are doing well, because buying expensive things too early can make you look successful while quietly delaying your actual wealth. Use extra money to buy better tools, better knowledge, better systems, better advice, better investments, and better time, because those are the purchases that help your financial machine move faster. You must also protect yourself from emotional investments, bad partnerships, careless debt, weak records, tax mistakes, and opportunities that sound guaranteed, because one foolish decision can destroy years of progress. Before anyone says this sounds too simple, remember that simple does not mean easy, because the difficult part is repeating the same intelligent actions when nobody is clapping, when results are slow, and when every new trend online is trying to steal your attention. Most people lose because they treat wealth like entertainment, watching videos, saving posts, and planning endlessly, while the people who win convert information into uncomfortable action before motivation disappears. You do not need 10 plans, because you need one clear direction, one valuable skill, one market, one offer, and enough consistency to stay with it until your proof becomes stronger than your doubt. The first million is not just a number, because it is evidence that you learned how to create value, manage pressure, make decisions, delay gratification, and think in ownership instead of only survival. That identity is the real asset behind every million-dollar result you admire. So if you want your first million-dollar path by 2027, solve expensive problems, build one high-income skill, turn it into a repeatable income system, move profits into assets, and protect your money with discipline before you try to impress anyone. The year 2027 is coming whether you change or not, which means you can arrive with the same excuses and financial stress, or you can arrive as a more valuable, disciplined, skilled, and asset-building version of yourself. Your challenge today is to write down one expensive problem you can solve, choose one skill connected to that problem, identify one audience that needs help, create one simple offer, and take one action before the day ends. Subscribe if you want to understand money, build real income, and create long-term wealth, and comment start if you are serious about building your first million-dollar plan with focus, discipline, and ownership.